Guys, okay, so today we're going to do today you should be doing your test. So I would like you to devote an hour to this lesson, or at least know it's going to take about probably at least an hour. My video will not be that long, but you're going to need that much time to accurately do this the right way. Now, if you need to pause this video and take time to do it throughout the day, that's okay, but I would suggest that you spend the today doing this entire activity. Do not do like some today, some tomorrow, some the next day. Give yourself an hour. If this is the only thing you do today, that is fine. But this is what your plan is for today. So we're going to go over lesson 70 in your workbook. And then I'm going to show you a trick for your test also. So I am going to ask you to pause the video. I want you to do lesson 70 completely on your own. I want you to do all of it on your own. You're going to do the glossary part. Find the words that belong here. Do the part 3, the order of the sentences, and edit the sentence all on your own. This is going to be a practice test. This is going to show you what you may have forgotten. So I might give you all the answers in a little bit, okay? So I want you to go through it and answer all of these by yourself. Do the entire lesson, pause my video, and when you come back, we'll answer it all together. All right, go ahead and pause it. Are you listening? Go ahead and pause it. Okay, hopefully you paused it. I'm going to switch books. I'm going to get my answer key book instead, because it has all the answers and I can talk more and worry less about what my writing is going to be. So I'm going to switch over to my other camera and we're going to go through it. All right, so this is lesson 70. We had our glossary talking about bees. We have our abdomen, our drone, our grub, our larva, our pupa, queen bee, thorax, and worker bees. Now you answer your questions. Your first question was, the main part of a bee's body are the head, the thorax, and the abdomen. You have a thumbs up. You got that right. Great job. Thumbs up. Number 2, the 3 kinds of bees in a nest are drones, workers, and a queen. These are the same set of questions that are going to be on your test. Not the exact same questions, but very similar questions. So make sure you're aware for this. And the last one, another name for a larva is a grub. Remember, and if we go up here, they usually have a sentence. Another name for a larva. The larva of an insect is a grub. Then I have grub down here. So that is my answers for this part. All right, now I'm gonna go over to my other part, my paragraph. My first sentence, my first one should be the topic sentence. Wait, I'm all over the place here, so sorry. My first one should be my topic sentence. My topic sentence is, giving the dog a bath is always fun. That's number 1. Number 2 is my next sentence. First, fill a bucket with soap and water. Number 3 is my next sentence. Next, spray the dog with the hose to wet him. Then I have my then sentence, which is, then scrub the dog with soap until he is clean. And then finally, I have my finally sentence. Spray the dog again to get to get off all the soap. So remember, on your test, first I have my topic sentence. Don't get tricked by the number 1. My topic sentence must come first. That's my first sentence is my topic. Then is my first sentence. Then it's my next sentence, then sentence, finally sentence. Those are all my 5 sentences. All right, let's go through our paragraph. So the teacher, Mrs. has a period there, so they did that right, Nash. But her last name is Nash, is not capitalized. So capitalize Nash if you didn't. Called Nan, Robert. Oh, we're listing people. This is not their first and last name. I'm listing a bunch of students. So I have to put a comma after Nan, that's one person's name, a comma after Robert, another person's name. They have Trisha over here, and Trisha has a comma after it, and Hal. So that's who she's calling. She's calling Nan, Robert, Trisha, and Hal to the front of the classroom, period. That entire sentence was perfect. Hopefully you didn't do anything to it because it was a great sentence already. She, I have a period over here, so my next sentence must be capitalized. She, capitalized she, asked them, comma after period, quotation marks after the next, because now she's talking, right? She asked them. That's my stem. This is my dialogue. So a comma after them, quotation marks before would, and then capitalize would. Would you like to take part in a play? Play needs to have a question mark, and then after my question mark, I put my quotation marks. They are talking. This is a new person talking. I need to start a new line, right? So I put that paragraph sign for a new line, and then I capitalize they. Because I have a period here, I have an end mark here, I must have a period. So I must have a capital letter. So I put a capital here. They answered, comma after answered. That's the end of the stem. Here's the dialogue. Quotation marks around sure, because this is a dialogue, and I capitalize sure, because it's the beginning of the dialogue. Sure, that would be cool. They fixed it. But look at Trisha and Hal were asked to be. That's another part of reading, of someone talking, or they're about to talk. So we're changing it. So we need to move that line down. So we need to add that paragraph. I know it's a tricky part. Remember, whenever someone new is talking, we have to put we go to the new line. Trisha and Hal were asked to be clowns. Robert and Nan, oh, they didn't capitalize Nan again. I know it's a unique name, but it still has to be capitalized. Robert and Nan were passengers on a train. Everyone laughed at the play. Period. You can also notice there's a nice big gap right here, right? There's a big gap. So that tells me I tried to have something there. So period. Everyone laughed at the play. The students all wanted a turn to act. Again, I had a nice big space there, so I'm gonna put a period, and then I'm gonna capitalize they, because if period ends, I need to add a capital letter. They called the play Two Clowns. Since we're calling it Two Clowns, we're naming the play Two Clowns, we have to capitalize these. If I was saying there were two clowns in the play, I wouldn't capitalize it. But because I am saying that two and clowns is the name of the play, I have to capitalize it. Then I put a period at the end of it. All right. How did you do? I know it's hard. We're getting a little bit hard where you just have to kind of know things. We're getting towards the end of our lesson, so they really want to test your mastery. So here is your next hint for your test. Are you ready for this? You should have your test in your book, or in that red book, the red folders that I gave you. If you're Miss Gomez's class, then she might give it to you a different packet. But you have the test. You should have it in your pile of stuff. This is your actual test that is going to be on the computer. So what I would do if I were you, I want you to go through and do the paper test, and then go to the computer and put in all the answers. But it's going to be a lot easier for you to read and see what's going on in this test and know what is needed on your actual test, okay? So use this paper test. Use it to your advantage, okay? Find it. It's one that says number 7. See, it says out of program test number 7. That is the test you're going to do on the computer. So use this test. Do it quickly. I'm not going to, you don't turn this into me. I don't need to see it. So if you make it sloppy, which you shouldn't, I'm not going to see it. But take your time and do this test first so that you know what you're looking for on your test on the computer. All right, guys, good luck. You're all going to do amazing. It's going to be a hard test. You might need your parents' help. Okay, it has a lot of different material on it, and it has a lot of unique things you have to do and a lot of reading. So you might be a good idea, even if you're an amazing reader, to have your parent nearby so that they can help you if you need. All right, guys, we'll see you after the test. I know you're going to do amazing.